Earlier this year, we reported on the return of the Standard Showdown for Amonkhet, where players could attend standard events on weekends at their local game store for the chance to win special Standard Showdown packs. When this promotional event started with Kaladesh, the Showdown packs were guaranteed to have 3 cards, 2 of which were standard legal rares or mythics, while the final slot contained a foil card which had a chance to be a masterpiece. According to an update on the Wizards WPN site yesterday, the Amonkhet versions of the Standard Showdown packs are going to be slightly different. Each pack will now contain 4 cards, 2 of which will be a rare or mythic from a currently legal standard set, 1 Amonkhet full art land, and 1 premium card of any rarity from a currently legal standard set, including Amonkhet full art lands. However, there will be no chance to open masterpieces. Standard Showdown events start on May 6th, 1 week after the Amonkhet release. It's day 3 of official Amonkhet previews, and today we start off with our first Planeswalker of the set, Gideon of the Trials. For 1 white, Gideon enters the battlefield with 3 loyalty counters. The +1 loyalty ability says, until your next turn, prevent all damage target permanent would deal. The second ability for 0 says, until end of turn, Gideon of the Trials becomes a 4/4 human soldier creature with indestructible that's still a Planeswalker. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to him this turn. The final ability is a 0 cost that says you get an emblem with, as long as you control a Gideon Planeswalker, you can't lose the game and your opponents can't win the game. It's this final ability that has players on social media talking, as Gideon Ally of Zendikar was originally intended to rotate before Gideon of the Trials entered Standard. But when the rotation was changed back to the previous configuration, it allowed for both to be in Standard at once. Also on the Magic homepage today, Megan Wolf introduces us to the full cycle of Trials and Cartouches. All of the Trials are uncommon enchantments that return to your hand if you play a cartouche, while each of the cartouches are auras. Trial of Solidarity is 2 and a white that says, when Trial of Solidarity enters the battlefield, creatures you control get +2/+1 and gain Vigilance until end of turn. Trial of Ambition is 1 and a black that says, when Trial of Ambition enters the battlefield, target opponent sacrifices a creature. Trial of Zeal is 2 and a red, and when it enters the battlefield, it deals 3 damage to target creature or player. And finally, Trial of Strength is 2 and a green and creates a 4/2 green beast creature token. Cartouche of Knowledge is 1 and a blue, draws a card when it enters the battlefield, and gives enchanted creature +1/+1 in flying. For 2 and a black, Cartouche of Ambition puts a -1/-1 counter on target creature when it enters the battlefield, and the enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and has lifelink. Cartouche of Zeal is a single red mana that says when it enters the battlefield, target creature can't block this turn, and gives the enchanted creature +1/+1 and haste. Finally, Cartouche of Strength is 2 and a green to have the enchanted creature fight target creature an opponent controls when it enters the battlefield, and gives the enchanted creature +1/+1 and trample. On Twitter today, Global Content and Community Manager for Wizards of the Coast, Trick Jarrett, previewed a new mythic creature. Combat Celebrant is a 4/1 human warrior for 2 and a red that says, if Combat Celebrant hasn't been exerted this turn, you may exert it as it attacks. When you do, untap all other creatures you control, and after this phase, there is an additional combat phase. A new toy for Aurelia Commander decks? Previewed on the MTGO Traders YouTube channel, Watchers of the Dead is an uncommon 2/2 artifact creature cat for 2 mana that says, exile Watchers of the Dead. Each opponent chooses 2 cards in his or her graveyard and exiles the rest. Not quite the answer players were hoping for to combat Delirium-based decks. Finally, a few updates from the card Image Gallery. Previewed on Japanese language site Hobby Station yesterday, the blue god, Kefnet the Mindful, is a mythic 5/5 for 2 and a blue with flying and indestructible. It can't attack or block unless you have 7 or more cards in hand, and has the activated ability of 3 and a blue, draw a card, then you may return a land card you control to its owner's hand. Prepare to Fight is a new rare Aftermath card that was previewed by Von Tobe Henke on the German language version of Daily MTG. Prepare is an instant for 1 and a white that untaps target creature and gives it +2/+2 and lifelink until end of turn, while Fight is a sorcery for 3 and a green that, you guessed it, has target creature you control fight target creature and opponent controls. The only non-attributed card today is the next in a line of cards like Sign in Blood, Read the Bones, and Succumb to Temptation. Painful Lesson is a common sorcery for 2 and a black that says target player draws 2 cards and loses 2 life. That's our show for today, April 5th. Make sure to like and subscribe to our channel to keep up with all the latest Magic news and strategy. I'm Jeremy Knoll, and this has been Split Second. This is going to be a long one. From a currently legal standard set, yeah, okay. However, there will be no chance. However, For 1 white, Gideon enters the battlefield with 3 loyalty abilities. That's not wrong. Today, Megan Wolf introduces us field and the enchanted creature.